Hey guys, it's Stephanie Wright from Misty Care Design, and I'm here with my daughter Piper. I'm going to do some braids and show you some easy tips and tricks for doing braids at home. So this is for all the moms and dads out there that want to braid their kids' hair, and this is for you if you want to learn how to braid on your own head of hair. So I had already made Piper pre-brush out her hair, and one of the things that's really good to do is to make sure that the hair is like really knot free so that your hands can kind of slide through it right away. So I had actually made her pre-wash her hair, but it doesn't matter if the hair is dirty at all. Actually, dirty gives it sometimes a little bit of a grip, but it is important that all the little knots or all the little under knots where our kids' hair rubs against anything that they're wearing is all brushed out. And so I'm just gonna do a basic braid first and show you, can you see that? Yeah, 3 sections. I take the center section out, all sections. I take my center section and I hold it together with my index finger and my middle finger. And then you're basically taking both the side sections and going one over top of the other. And then you're just taking left and right. And I grab them with my index finger, if you can see that. So I'm grabbing my next section, and the tighter you want it, the higher you're going to kind of like pull that tension onto it. So for me, I'm just like grabbing with the index and the middle finger, the next section, pulling it over, doing that with the same. And there's a little braid. But I thought, because a lot of you know how to do a basic braid, but maybe French braiding seems a little bit time consuming and a little bit tedious. Piper, let's move you towards like a little pigtail so that I don't grab any of that hair. And so similar to what we just did with the braid, I'm gonna get you to tilt so everybody can see this. Okay. So the section has to be really well brushed. Make sure there's no knots. I take a triangle section right at the top. Here. Trying to make sure, you guys, this is not my forte, so bear with me. I like to do hair in the chair, not hair in front of a video camera, but you know what? We're all getting used to doing different things. So I have taken the 3 sections, and similar to what I was just doing, my 2 outer sections are kind of wrapping over top of that middle, and then you just take even sections from the side and just add it into your braid. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to take that, then I'm braiding again, and then with the one that I would then braid over, I'm just adding a little and sliding that hair in. And so this is, especially with French braiding, this is the part where it is really important that the hair is brushed nicely, because as we add more pieces into the hair, we're going to be it could potentially, especially with different lengths, get really knotty. So we don't want the knots. If you need to, you could just go in here and brush the ends out a little bit more. I'm holding it really tight, and I'm holding it tight against her. I'm not like over directing in any sort of way, but I'm adding just a little slice at a time. And I try and make it, I used to have really beautiful nails that would be able to make it just perfect sections all the time. Got rid of those a while ago, but I miss that ability to use my nails as my parting. Keep going, and I'm just doing it really nice and tight. So what I mean by that is when I'm holding this, I'm holding all the sections really tight as I come up and braid. And I just try and go from the outer side of the section and come right in so that I don't have any loose hairs, but sometimes that does happen. And I'd say when you're kind of practicing these kinds of things, just like a new haircut, just like adding a fringe to your style and stuff, that, you know, it takes practice and it takes time to learn a new skill. So don't get frustrated and throw your comb down on the first try. Keep going and keep doing it. I actually started braiding, many of you have heard this story, when I was 9 years old. My dad realized I was not as good at school as my siblings, and it was time to get something that I would kind of thrive in. And so he gave me an origami book and a braiding book, and I really picked up on that braiding and really enjoyed it and excelled at it, and started charging my neighbors, and this little entrepreneurial spirit came out in me that I didn't even know existed. And the rest is history. Now it's almost 15 years later, owning my own salon, and before that worked in 3 different salons before I owned it. And yeah, there is a nice French braid. I hope this helps. If you want even a slowed down version, let me know. I would love to help you guys with anything. I'm gonna now do